Once again, baby, we're back with another brand new episode of the Twitch podcast. And of course, I got my co-host here in the virtual studio, the White Rhino, and me, Eduardo. What's up, brother? How you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm doing okay.
You're looking sharp there. You're looking sharp, though, man. I mean, what's the special occasion? Talk to us, man. What's going on?
Oh, I went to Kohl's today.
Oh, nice. Damn, you're
went to Home Depot. What else? Went to Great Clips, so going to the finer, living my best life out here.
Dude, only the finer things. What's that one saying? Like the finer things? Something finer things, and it rhymes with something. I don't know. It's a song. These are the... No, isn't it a Rick James song? These are the few of my things, of the finer things or something like that?
I don't fucking know.
Well, anyways, yeah, let's take it that way. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Living the best life, you're out there fucking making your moves and all that.
The thing is, we got thousands and thousands of views, on our... So I don't want them to... I don't want to look homeless.
Right.
So.
I know, dude. You need to spoof up your look and everything. You need to fucking keep that composure,
Yeah, absolutely. So what are you drinking today?
Today, man, I'm actually taking it light. I only have a little bit of cranberry juice right here, cran apple or something like that. Reason being, because I actually wanted to pop open a beer, but I'm pretty fucking still full. Today, we actually celebrated my sister's birthday, so we were watching this, sis. I love you. Happy birthday. We celebrated her birthday. We had a little bit of a dinner at my mom's house, my parents' house. And I ate a lot, like always. I mean, you can't always turn down mama's cooking, so I fucking overfed myself and just ate till I was so miserable. And I hate when I do that, because after that, I'm just don't want to do anything. I don't want to move. I just sit there like a little couch potato, and I just plant myself. So yeah, that's where I was at. I was just super full. I actually wanted to crack open another can of that Kettle House, one of the beers you gave me. If you people haven't checked out the previous episode, I think this is 99, so this is crazy. 98. 99. So 98, we were both pounding down some Kettle House bong water, which was amazing. I said it on that episode. It was amazing, really good beer. I was actually looking forward to testing the other one, the red one. I don't know which one, what the name of that one was.
What I'm doing here.
Man, okay.
A little bit of Cold Smoke. It's
what do you
think? Kettle House flagship. Oh, the Cold Smoke is a go-to.
Okay.
When I'm throwing down, when I know that I got to cut some logs, I'm in Montana and I got to cut some logs down to build a cabin. It's Cold Smoke all the way. So.
Oh, dude, I know what you mean by cutting logs, and I'm not talking about the wood either.
Dude, I mean, we can start the pot off on that. Okay. I mean, I have no shame. There's no shame. We've talked about my issues before.
Okay, I mean, hey man, that is a perfect segue to start this fucking episode. So now, you had a little incident, right? And again, it's always a mystery when I open up your messages, because I don't know what I'm about to embark on, but I know it's going to be something good, because it always ends up making me laugh, and I'm just fucking like crying laughing. And of course, like depending where I'm at in the situation, I'm fucking laughing to the point where people are just looking at me like, dude, is this guy on something or what the fuck? So I just laugh out of nowhere. And that's something about me. If you know me personally, if you hear me like just busting out laughing, it's because I'm reading something, or my boy here sent me something on, what is it, on IM or something. So yes. Okay. So you sent me a picture, and I'm looking at this picture like, what am I missing here? Like, this is kind of like trying to figure out the puzzle, right? Yeah. And I see like this something little on the street, and I'm like, okay. And so take us on a journey right now. What happened? Like, just piece everything in detail that led up to that moment. What happened, Brett? Tell us.
So,
talk to the podcast.
It's like 4:30 in the morning. I'm drinking caffeine.
Oh man.
A little bit of trying to wake up.
Yeah.
And apparently my digestive system wakes up before my brain. And so anyway, all of a sudden I'm like driving, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta take a shit.
Oh, the worst feelings ever, man. Especially in the morning.
It was like, and I'm always pressing, the clock. Like I'm never gonna make it on time. So anyway, but this time it was like, no, you gotta run. Like as soon as you get parked, you gotta go in as quick as you can. And so I'm like running in, and I'm like walking as fast as I can. You can't run, right? Or else you'll open up. And Anyway, and so it was just like going. Like I'm like, oh my god, I'm like gonna shit my pants. And so I'm like walking, and all of a sudden I can just feel the shit coming out.
Oh
I'm like, oh
my
no. So I'm like, okay, well, I gotta make a U-turn. So I like shake my leg, right? Because I'm like, oh god, because there's like people around me, and so I
Yeah.
just like veer off of like where everybody's walking, and I just go between two cars, and I shake my leg, and I shake the turd out of the out of my pant leg. And
Oh
so,
my.
yeah, so
Oh.
then I had to finish the job. I had to actually go in, take the rest of my shit, what was left of it, and then I had
Yeah.
to go back home, take a shower, throw my underwear away, and come back and
Oh
act like nothing
my.
happened.
So you actually went home and came back.
Yeah, I had to go home. Well,
Oh
I
my. So it
yeah,
was
took
that
it.
bad. Okay. Okay. Okay.
It
Okay.
was a mess. Yeah, like the
Dude.
underwear's still in the bathroom garbage. Haven't thrown it away yet.
You're like, I might use it here in a couple days. It'll be good after the fucking smell.
Deciding
just
whether I should put
moves
them in the
away.
washer or just put them in the garbage.
Light them on fire, dude. No, that's yeah. I mean, I was laughing after you told me detail per detail what happened, and you know, I had close calls. Don't get me wrong, and that's what's crazy, right? So in the morning, it's like you almost know kind of when you go to the bathroom to kind of take that first one to get really things going and all that. And I've had close incidents where it's like you almost want to tether with like, you know, taking a risk and say, well, I do need to go to the bathroom, but I don't know. I think I can make it work and just go there. So it's almost
Yeah.
there's times where I regret I should have just, you know, gone at home and then, you know, gone at home real quick and then get in the car and go to work. And I just risk it on the way there. It's like it's a time ticking bomb. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So I've been there, my friend. I've been there, but to the point where it just happens and then something just, I feel it down my leg. I've never been there yet. Hope I don't. But I mean, there's been some close calls, man. There's been some close calls. And it's like, you don't want to, like I said, you don't want to play that risk again because, you know, you don't want to have those type of accidents. And unfortunately, my friend, you've had that, you went
You
down
know,
that path.
the older I get, the less I care. You know, I mean, of course, you don't want people to know you shit your pants, but it's
Yeah.
like, well, I
It is what
did,
it
you
is.
know. And then, of course, me, I share my story with a lot of people, and you'd be surprised how many people have shit their pants.
Oh, dude. I
And
mean, there's
so
plenty of them, dude.
I'm like, I realized, I go, you know, we're not, we are fucking animals. We are animals. We are no different than any other animal in the forest, you know?
Yeah.
And they just, you know, they don't have the same rules. We like pretend to have rules, but, you know, the animal nature in us is like, no,
Oh,
you
dude.
have to take a shit now.
We can be barbaric as fuck. I'll tell you that, man. You know, it's like we eat, shit, and sleep, just like animals
Bro,
do, right? So,
And then the video you sent me about the guy just like popping a squat, like he doesn't know the camera's watching him, and so he's just walking down the between the houses, and he just like pulls down his pants, takes the shit real quick,
like,
and then
like
he
it's
goes
normal,
up.
like whatever. Like, you know, that's the thing. Like he just
Dude.
like he had fucking toilet paper already, like in his fucking pocket. Like he already
Yeah.
pre-planned this in his mind. Like, yo, this is my spot. I'm gonna go take a fucking number 2 right here and just walk off like it never happened. And so that's what it was, dude. Just took a crap right like in front of this camera, like caught him on camera, like in action, live. And just went about it like it was just he was just going to a fucking restroom, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Gotta go.
It's insane, man. But when you gotta go, you gotta go. But yeah, brother, that's crazy. I hope it doesn't happen again. But you know, hey, like
Oh,
you
it
said,
will.
man, it
will. And I'll tell you
Fuck
about it.
It's a
I mean,
mystery
it's not
game
like
with
I
this guy, man.
deliberately do it, right? It's just like, you know, I just need to not drink caffeine before I leave the house, you
For
know,
sure.
or like on my drive. No, you can only drink caffeine once you are in a safe building,
Oh,
because
yeah.
when that hits, it hits quick.
Oh, dude, I know,
That's
I
just
know.
the rules of the game.
I know that story, brother. I know that story. So, of course, we definitely want to. The first things first. Before that lovely story, though, we definitely have to touch bases on that. But on the second note, we definitely have to talk about what is labeled the slap that was heard across the world, my friend. And obviously, we want to touch base with this, and just you know, we want to ask you, peeps, and you know, if we should, when you're watching this episode, if you follow us on Instagram at the Touch Podcast, we want to hear your thoughts. Like, what do you think about the whole situation, and what was your initial reaction when you first saw it? And so let's get into this, right? So at the what was it, at the Oscars? Is it the Oscars? I don't even know the titles of these fucking awards.
Yeah,
It was
the
the
Oscars,
Oscars, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So the Oscars took place last weekend. It was on Sunday or Saturday. Saturday? I think it was on Saturday, right?
Last
Sunday.
weekend. Yeah.
Who gives a fuck, right? It happened last weekend.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares, right?
Yeah,
So
and it was the second lowest rated Oscars in history.
Okay.
So like nobody watched it.
So it doesn't even matter.
The only
but, you know,
reason we even know anything about it was because of what you're going to talk about.
Okay.
And what everybody is talking about.
So we're probably late to the game by the time this comes out on a lovely Friday, going into the weekend, making you feel good. So obviously, it's kind of late news at this point, but we definitely want to talk about it. So Will Smith lands a good one on homeboy Chris Rock, but how that all played out was obviously Chris Rock, a comedian, goes up there. He's popping up some jokes like he always does, right? He's done this before, so it's nothing new to anybody. So this is something that
do what a comedian gonna do.
Exactly, right? Just straight to the point. He made a joke in regards to G.I. Jane, meaning Jada Pinkett, because obviously she had really short hair, pretty much going almost close to bald, right? She had a little bit of like a a little peach fuzz, like a little bit of hair on there, but not
Struggles with
completely super bald.
alopecia.
Yeah,
And
so
Chris Rock was making a joke. Yep.
so he made a joke saying, "Hey, Jada Pinkett, love you. Can't wait for G.I. Joe 2 or something like that. G.I. Jane 2." And the initial look on her face, obviously, she looked like kind of like, okay, that fucking joke, or you're really gonna go there with my hair. No, that's kind of how I got the impression,
How
right,
was
that
Will
she made.
Smith reacting?
Will Smith, on the other hand, when I looked at him, he was laughing. Like anybody else was in the Oscars at that point, from what the camera caught, from what you could hear too, as well at that clip. Now, this is where it gets crazy. Will Smith gets up, walking over to Chris Rock, and then he says, "Oh no, here." He says something. Richard, here comes Richard. Richard referring to the role that he played in that Serena Williams, Serena and Venus Williams. Well, the dad that played. He played the dad in that movie, right? I forgot the name of the fucking movie, King Richard. So
he won an Oscar for it.
He did. He won an Oscar after the fact, which is crazy. So yeah, that's crazy shit. So he walks over, right? And to me, at this point, when I first saw it, my initial reaction, oh shit, like is he gonna maybe fucking do something? Maybe it's some type of monologue or something that they planned out where it was part of the Oscars. That's what I thought initially, right?
Everybody thought it was.
To me, I think it's fair to say a lot of people thought this was like a pre-planned out thing. This is just planned out, staged. No, he lands a good fucking right hand slap towards Chris Rock, and then when that happened, I'm like, I'm like, no, this has got to be fake. I mean, this has to be fucking fake right here.
Yeah.
But little did I know, when this happened, I swear, it was everywhere. Twitter, fucking Instagram. It literally fucking spread like wildfire. That was everything stopped for that moment.
Right.
And then little did I find out, it really happened because
he still kept yapping when he hit his seat. He was still yelling at him and cussing at him and telling him to keep his wife out of his
his wife's name out of his mouth.
His wife's name out of his mouth. And I mean, it was just like, okay, that's when it was like, okay, this actually might be real.
That's what I thought too, right then and there. So he started saying that, and I have to definitely give Chris Rock credit for how he took it and how he went about it after the fact. He played it off like it was really staged. So that's what kind of convinced me, no, this has to be fake. This did not just happen. Will Smith did not just slap the shit out of Chris Rock.
I don't think he played it like it got staged. I think he was just in shock.
Yeah, but to me, honestly, Brett,
I want to make a scene.
He played it so smooth. I swear, he played it the best to what he could, to where it really he didn't he could have kept for me. It almost seemed like he wanted to let something off at a certain point after that happened, where he was like, okay, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. Probably the best Oscars in history. But then before that, it felt like he wanted to say something else, but he kind of backpedaled, and then he just wanted to keep on going to him. Presenting the award for whatever the next category was. So it just got kind of okay, well, fuck. Now I'm kind of thinking is it? I still don't know. It seemed pretty fucking real, but I don't know. But of course, I went into Twitter. I wanted to see what everybody's fucking reaction was, and just everybody dissects everything on Twitter. They fucking get down to the nail and bone of just what are the possibilities of this being fake, or did this shit really go down? But no, it was as real as it could get. Obviously, he continued on. He actually got an award for Best Actor for King Richard the movie. And, he gave this speech, he got pretty emotional talking about, love will make you do crazy things. He will protect his family at any cost, this and that. And I don't know, man. I mean, so
Lame.
this is where we think, right? Like, okay, so now we're really thinking about whether the situation was handled correctly or incorrect. So, I mean, let's hear it from you, Brad. Like, what do you think, bro? Like, off everything, how it went down, do you think he handled this
what do I
correctly or
think?
not? Yeah.
Okay, I see
Big
Will
Willie
Smith.
style.
Will Smith, who is 53 years old, 6'2", 200 pounds, knows how to fight, played Muhammad Ali.
Oh, he did.
Right,
That's
trained,
right.
right? And you got Chris Rock, who's 57 years old, 5'10", 165 pounds. You know, they're both professionals, right?
Yeah.
They're both professionals, and only one of them kept their professionalism going during the Oscars. I don't know what fucking happened to Will Smith because he was laughing for 1 second, and then apparently there's like a 3-second clip that the Oscars they have and they're not releasing, and people are trying to get them to release it because apparently Jada whispered something in Will Smith's ear, and that's when he reacted and went straight to the stage. And you know, but the thing is, what I think about it. So I think it was a moment where Will Smith fucked up. I mean, there's just no two ways around it. He fucked up royally, and he's now suffering the consequences. He's already resigned from the what's that thing called? I'll have to.
Something in regards to like the film something. I don't know. I read a little bit about like the title of it vaguely. Like he did resign from something, obviously. Yeah, but
it's called the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. So he resigned from that, and then on Netflix there's more fallout. Netflix backs away from Will Smith's film Fast and Loose. They already lost their director for the movie, but then after the slap, Netflix silently moved it to the back burner. So that's going on. And then now Will Smith, he is on a retreat right now. He's on a retreat, at a celebrity retreat where celebrities go to like relax and decompress from all the stress. But I think that Will Smith is definitely he has apologized, and Chris Rock got a 2-minute standing ovation in Boston when his first act. So that was cool. I think that the world is really rallying behind Chris Rock. He's the victim in this, and the thing is like I look at Will Smith as the Mace of motion pictures. Right, because remember when Mace went?
Interesting. Okay, I want to hear this.
You know, he's on Bad Boy. He's like, you know, the most liked guy, and he's trying to be this. He's trying to be, but it's just an act, right?
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, his fucking life is in shambles, and he decides he wants to go to Atlanta and be this pastor, and you're just like thinking something's off here, you know, like this is a money grab or something. Something's off. And, you know, you saw Will Smith going off on his ayahuasca trips and all this and that. And, you know, of course, I asked you, I said, was he going on these ayahuasca trips before or after he put his son in a skirt? Because I need to know.
I remember that, yeah.
I've been openly curious about ayahuasca, about going on my own spiritual journey. But if it's going to force me to, like, come home and be this fucked up dude, you know, I don't want to wreck my family's life just because of it. And I think that's what happens with Will Smith. He's like tries so hard to present to this world that he's like this straight and narrow guy. Honestly, I think if Jada could go back in time, she just would have went with Pac. And I think Will Smith knows that, and he's like that was his Tupac moment right there. He was trying so hard to be like, I'm tough, I'm tired of being a cuck,
right?
You know, because you know Jada's got August on the side, she's got and so like Will Smith, he's like not a man in his own life. Like his son even wants to be a girl, so it's just like
he definitely wanted to have his moment, right, to fucking prove everybody like, wrong type deal.
Yeah, he just wanted to prove to the world that he's a man. You know? But he picked on a guy that was like fucking so small. You know, he picked on the smallest dude in the room.
So like, that's the question too, right?
Don't get props.
Right, that's another question too. That's a good point you're making, right? About, you know, referring to Chris Rock and just his size and He's just a smaller dude in comparison to Will Smith, right?
An
And
untrained fighter.
there was a question out there. They were saying, would Will Smith have done this if it was like not
Mike Dyson,
like
Dwayne
somebody like
Rock.
something like The Rock, if he would have said that as a joke, or like let's say even take another better, Joe Rogan. He's a comedian. Do you think he would have had the same shit with Joe Rogan?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So
everybody knows the answer to that.
exactly. So I think they're pretty much saying, he definitely should have handled it just way differently. And of course, they could go backstage like, man, be like, yo, man, need to lay off my wife. Like just something like on the private end, you have a conversation with Chris and just let him know how it is. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, taking into consideration that Chris Rock is what Chris Rock is going to do when he's at these awards. He's going to crack jokes. It's an expected thing to do, especially if you're sitting at the front row fucking seat. There's nothing new. Like, don't think of it like it's something that you've never seen before. That's the thing too, right? And, and of course you brought up a good point that Jada Pinkett suffers alopecia, right? And I get it, had Chris Rock known? We don't know that. I don't know that. I mean, possibly not. I think he stated he didn't know.
The world knew that.
Yeah, so
she's been open about it.
So she's been open about it, saying she's gonna just rock with her hair looks and all that with her having the short hair. That's fine. That's cool. Props to you. You rock that shit. But for him to make even like, and that wasn't even to me. I'm just speaking from my personal opinion. It wasn't really like a fucking savage joke. It wasn't like, hey, G.I. Jane or G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. Like it really wasn't that much big of a fucking deal, right?
Nothing.
But it took all that. Something must have been said between them two. Like you said, there's that 3-second clip that the Oscars isn't releasing. That she probably said something to Will. You need to go do this something right now, or like give it. I feel like there was an ultimatum, something being said. That's my opinion. Again, I'm just going off based off. This is kind of what I think. She must have said something to him, like from him, just like whispering to him something like you need to do something, or I don't know, just need to do something. Or blah, 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 blah.
And that's a shitty thing to do. Like, then that makes Jada a shitty person. Like Bill Maher said it perfectly. If you got such a fucking problem with your bald head, put a fucking wig on like everybody else does.
Yeah, straight up. I mean,
put
shit.
a fucking wig on. Like, if you're that self-conscious about it, right? Put a fucking wig on. Don't force Will Smith to destroy his career over your bald ass head.
Yeah, man, that's
just
crazy.
Fucking deal with it. You're a celebrity. Go to get some counseling. Handle that shit. Don't take it out on the 53-year-old, 5'10", 165-pound comedian.
Yeah,
he's just telling jokes, and it was funny.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, right? Like you said, exactly. If she is really, self-conscious about it still, and even regardless if she says she's not, then go do something about it. Like don't like wear a wig, right? That's what Bill Maher said. Cool, that's an option. Or just be expected to know you're in the limelight of being a celebrity, a high list celebrity at that point. I mean, there's gonna be some heat coming towards you, and especially the fact that I think they're at a level where obviously they're really putting their kind of I wouldn't say like all their personal stuff, but they're in the limelight. They have their red table talk. She has a red table talk that I think they showed on Facebook, I believe. But just know they're gonna come at you with this type of shit. It's kind of one of those things where it's the obvious thing that they're gonna come at you with little jabs here and there, and just be expected of it. So I mean, with Chris Rock saying that type of stuff, it's like jokingly, of course, it's kind of one of those things, man. I feel like Will Smith did cross the line on this one. Personally, that's what I think, and it could have been handled differently, of course. And it's no surprise to me that they're really rallying behind Chris Rock at this point, just to kind of say, man, you were in the wrong. You were just doing what you're doing up there, cracking some jokes, and obviously things didn't turn out the way that you would expect it, right? So yeah, man.
I'm just wondering what made Will Smith snap. That's the only thing I want to know.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what made you throw your career down the toilet for that split second. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? What was going through your ayahuasca-laced brain at that moment in history with the slap, that was heard around the world?
Literally.
What was fucking going on in your goddamn brain? Because that was so stupid. That was so stupid.
So if I could probably say one thing, right? And again, this is just coming out from what I think. I think he was getting a lot of heat, a lot of fucking people, giving him shit about, when Jada Pinkett said she was, or August Alsina was saying, August Alsina is an R&B singer for people who don't know, that she was sleeping with Jada Pinkett and that he had Will Smith's blessing to date Jada Pinkett kind of like on the side. Now, we don't know if that's true or not. Again, that's just from what I've heard on the interview he did with I believe it was Angela Yee from The Breakfast Club, and that's what he was saying. Now, Will Smith, when he found out, obviously Jada told him about it at the Red Table Talk, where they were both talking about it, like, you know, live. It was shown everywhere. It's out there. You can go check it out. And the look on his face, kind of like he was disappointed and kind of upset, and he almost kind of seemed like he didn't know about it. So I'm like, did he know or did he not know? I don't know. You know, at this point, I don't know. They're celebrities. They're not gonna really put everything out there, you know, fucking for everybody really to see how it is. Yeah. But I think that year when that came out, people were lighting him up. I mean, I'm telling you, they were making memes left and right about it, even till now. Yeah. Now they're bringing it out of the woodwork, talking about like, oh shit, how come he didn't have this same energy when August Alsina was smashing his wife on the side? It's like people are fucking going in on him heavy now. So I think with all that built up fucking anger, probably just with everybody knowing like, nah, this is where the buck stops. But it's like you chose kind of like the wrong person to really do that to, and the way you did it was kind of a little bit over the top, if you ask me. You know, so
I think it was kind of over the top. Chose the wrong person to defend.
Yeah,
you know, like I know it's your girl and everything, but she hasn't exactly been faithful. You know?
Yeah,
so I think the world now knows that literally, like we knew when that came out that she was banging August, that we knew, the world knew that Will Smith didn't wear the pants in the relationship, but this solidified that moment. Like now he's just like, he's a cuck. He's a cuck. You know,
man. It's crazy because, you know, growing up, Will Smith, man, I mean, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Independence Day, I Am Legend, Men in Black, some of his songs, you know, from back in the days. Like, dude, I had his fucking cassette to Big Willie Style. I remember buying that shit at Walmart. I did.
Throw that shit away.
I did. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what song I liked from there. I forgot, but there was a few cuts on there.
Jiggy with it.
Probably getting jiggy with it. He was getting jiggy with it.
Christ, Eddie.
He was getting jiggy with it after the fact at the fucking Academy Awards after party, whatever the fuck, with his award in hand and everything. You know, it was even fucking funnier. It's just the memes that we're making. Like, people are so fucking quick nowadays to make light of something that happened, an event or a situation, and the internet's just so quick to fucking make something right off the bat, and it just spreads everywhere, where everybody just like, they now know by memes that people made what happened. Like, that's kind of like the way of the news at this point, like from Twitter or Instagram or whatever.
Yeah,
but
people are fucking on it.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, so, you know, I think honestly, so, you know, fast forward, let's talk about, you know, what we think is going to happen.
Okay.
I think Chris Rock and Will Smith are going to definitely sit down with each other. They're gonna man-to-man it, you know.
Yeah.
Chris Rock seems like he's got a super good heart. Will Smith tells the world he has a good heart. He's definitely a soft dude. Probably just on the verge of wanting to be a woman himself, but you know, so he's
the rhino's out tonight.
I mean, I will never say this stuff again. I just said he did this, and so I get to say this, and I'll never say it again. I'm done after tonight. But but I think they will sit down and they will hash it out, and I think it's gonna be peace between them. I don't think there's gonna be any long-standing beef.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's gonna get shot over this.
Fuck.
You know, I think the '90s rapping beef is over.
It's done, right? Yeah, for sure.
But no, and I do, like, in my heart of hearts, I know Will Smith is gonna suffer in his career for this for a while, but if the world can see that Chris Rock is good with this and that they've made peace, and I really, like 90%, like 99% of me says they're going to make peace.
Yeah.
Just because they're cool. They're two cool dudes. They're going to work it out. I think that this is just going to be something where a moment, it's obviously everybody calls it a learning experience. You can say whatever you want. Will Smith fucked up. Yeah. It just goes to show that, I mean, you know, we all fuck up. We all fuck up. And this is going to be a really good moment for the world to see that, you know, like in this age of cancel culture, everybody wants to cancel Will. Guess what? like if someone is genuine about their apology and genuine about, hey, I fucked up, I made a mistake. Okay, that's cool. Let's move on. Let's,
Yeah.
you know, you still got your career. You're still an amazing actor. Obviously, you got your Oscar for King Richard, and I think that Will Smith still has a lot to offer in the arts of entertainment, and so does Chris Rock. And so I think that things will continue. I think it's going to work out. I think it's going to work out. But right now, Will Smith definitely deserves to take his lickings.
Oh yeah, no man, it's all open fire for the shit that he's got coming for, you know, just with this incident, man. And it sucks, but it is what it is. You know, he's gonna have to go, you know, live by his actions and just take it for what it is, and you know, take the heat that's gonna come with it, because it's gonna be out there now. That moment is gonna be solidified and cemented in Oscar Awards history, and for the internet, it's gonna be out there. It's gonna be cemented. So now people for the future, fucking years and years to come, are gonna know him by, you know, he fucking got up and slapped Chris Rock, and unfortunately Chris Rock's gonna be the dude that got slapped at the Oscars, man, and it sucks, but you know,
cuck rage.
Oh, dude, I know it was crazy, because I was like, damn, look, you just told me right now, right? You're like, he's 56. I'm like, he moves pretty fucking quick for being 56.
57.
He's still in his fucking prime, dude. I was like, damn, okay. But yeah, man, it sucks, dude. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's 56 either. I mean, he's looking good for his age,
57.
Too, so. 57.
Yeah,
man, looking sharp.
Yeah,
still,
I mean, you know, hair dye will do it for you. I think, you know, I mean, that's what they do. They all do hair dye.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna let my grays show, man. I know on my beard right here, I can tell, like right here in this area, there's some grays coming in. I'm just gonna fucking floss them, dude.
Tons of grays. Yeah, my wife told me to start dying. I'm like, nah. Like if my crypto portfolio all of a sudden explodes, which has been doing good lately.
Oh, okay.
I have, you know, if I'm in the entertainment world, fuck yeah, I'll fucking die, you know. But dude, if I'm like a nobody, right? I'm just, like if I'm just doing a podcast, right? I'll go out like Everlast when he started. I love Everlast, by the way. I don't know, like more as a person, his music kind of sucks, but but as a person, he's so cool to just listen and talk, or listen to when he talks, because he just has a really cool view on life. But anyway, he was talking about, I think he was on Joe Rogan, and he was talking about going gray, and so he had a heart attack, and that heart attack just really did a number on him, and he just kind of went all gray after that, and he's like, yeah, I just own it, you know. And now he's still doing his hip hop shit, his music shit, and he's just all gray, and fuck, he pulls it off, man.
Yeah, okay. Hey, man. He's used it as a superpower, man. He still goes at it too. Everlast. Name sounds familiar. I don't think I've ever heard some of his music.
What is
Fresh
like
memory.
Jump Around. He was with House of Pain.
Jump around. That one?
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. That was before his like voice changed. But then, you know, What It's Like was his big hit.
Okay.
We all know the man at the corner store begging for change. Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll have to look it up.
I remember when he did that one, I was like all over that album.
So Murder Mace and Everlast then.
Yeah, it was Mace, like welcome back. Yeah, welcome back.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, damn, he's really going back to rap now. I was like, okay, that's
man,
crazy.
I was drinking straight shots of tequila listening to that album. I'm like, fuck this shit.
What happened to Mace? What
the fuck happened?
All right, so that took quite a bit of our time though, but we definitely want to start off in getting back into Off the Tip, our little segment which we dive into random topics or interesting topics that happen within the week before we record this podcast. I do have a few here lined up, and we'll see if we can get through all four. We have a total of 4, but we'll get through some and see where we are with time, just because we like to keep it short. Not too short, but short and sweet, like I like to say, right? But
they just keep coming up short when they fucking went too short, bitch.
Someone told me, I remember working with a gentleman years ago, said that he meant too short, and that he's not even like he is in his, like, you would think the persona of like the person that, you know, like was like what he says in his raps, right, would kind of be how he is in person, you know, like on a normal basis. He said he's not even like that. He's just really chill, really like calm and chill, pretty laid back. I was like, whoa, really? I'm like, interesting. Yeah. But I just want to put it out there since you were spitting some Too Short right there, you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
listen to a lot of Too Short.
Matt, okay, so this one, okay, so this is off the tip right here segment. Interesting topics, like I was saying. And the first one right off the bat, since we were talking about turds at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, baby.
This one's magnetic turds. Scientists invent moving slime that could be used in human digestive systems. You heard it correctly, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna read this little topic here and dive into this tech that's just ever so progressing. Scientists have created a moving magnetic slime capable of encircling smaller objects, self-healing, and very large deformation to squeeze and travel through narrow spaces. The slime, which is controlled by magnets, is also a good electrical conductor and can be used to interconnect electrodes. Its creators say the dark-colored magnetic blob has been compared on social media to flubber, the substance in the 1997 sci-fi film, and described as, quote, magnetic turd and amazing and tiny bit terrifying. Pro Li Zhang of Chinese University of Hong Kong, who co-created the slime, emphasized that the substance was real scientific research and not an April Fool's joke, despite the timing of its release. The slime contains magnetic particles, so it can be manipulated to travel, rotate, or form O and C shapes when external magnets are applied to it.
So
What do you think,
what
my
is
man?
it supposed to do?
So it's supposed to the main idea from this, they're supposed to put it in your body so it can open passageways or reconnect. It's pretty much supposed to go into your body so it can do I guess internal instead of external surgery, internal surgery. That's kind of from what I got it. So yeah, what do you think about a magnetic turd going inside you, Brett?
I mean,
Instead of coming out, it's gonna go inside you.
Shit, or do I have to pay? Does my health insurance have to
I know,
pay for
right?
this?
Does my health insurance cover this magnetic turd?
Am I covered?
Yeah, it's. With anything, right? With technology, man, it's just mind-boggling to me that, they talk about making 3D printers that are creating actual human organs, so they're getting so, I guess, crazy specific in detail where they're creating, human organs or, to be able to use for, people that need, it could be a kidney or it could be a heart transplant, whatever. But this thing, it's like, you think about an object going inside you, traveling even through the smallest areas and be able to clear passageways. Maybe somebody has some clogged up arteries, whatever. And this thing's supposed to go in there and clear it up, and come back out, and boom, you're good.
Yeah.
Think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I guess in the grand scheme of things, anything that can do any good, I guess you can say is a good thing for me, in my opinion. But
yeah,
it literally looks like a turd. If you look it up, look up magnetic slime, and we'll actually plug this up on our YouTube in the description, the link towards this article where I got this from. And look at it. It looks like fucking shit. Honestly,
that's
like a
crazy.
turd.
So it came out of Hong Kong, huh?
Hong Kong. And I know you're gonna say anything from China ain't going in me. But you already had the what do you call it? the Wuhan flu?
yeah. I've had the Wu flu 3 times. So
the Wu flu. That's a good. The Wu flu.
So I can't say that everything from China hasn't been in me. This cup was made in China, I'm sure.
He probably is. Well, look at it right there. You can probably look at it underneath. I see some white writing underneath.
Oh, yeah, it fucking says China right underneath and right on the fucking bottom, people. Fucking China.
So it ain't lying, hey man. So yeah, we've probably already had some stuff that came from China inside of us. So hey, this will be any different. But yeah, obviously, yeah, magnetic turd. This is what's coming to a hospital near you, I guess.
That's amazing, though. It really, if you're it's amazing what these fucking guys, these doctors and scientists are coming up with. Besides all these biological weapons, that kind of sucks. But but the fact that if they can come up with things that make us live longer and don't control the population, that's cool, man. It's just wild. And I know, and the cool thing about China, well, no, I shouldn't say this. The thing about China, not the cool thing about China, but the thing about China is they don't have the health the limitations of like ethics and all that. So
Yeah.
like if they need a couple of Uyghurs to work on, we're like, hey, we need to experiment this experimental turd on you. You know, imagine how
Oh,
many
man.
Uyghurs died, you know, with research on this shit. You know,
Oh.
yeah, they're like, yeah, that thing just kept digging right through the colon, you know,
Dude,
and he
just
was
kept
bleeding.
going.
He just
He couldn't
bled out.
stop.
He just bled out, you know. But he was a
Oh,
Uyghur, so
man.
we don't care. You know,
Oh,
we're just trying to rid China of all the Uyghurs we can, and you
Mm.
know, LeBron James ain't gonna say nothing, so I will.
Well, there you have it. That's what the right rhino thinks, and we're gonna stand by it. Okay, so we'll move on to our next topic, right? So you heard of what is it? A brand that is by the name of Dyson. I'm sure you know of, right, Brett? Probably the
Oh,
people that listen to
yeah,
this podcast.
it sucks.
Okay, so
Right?
all right,
Like,
right
it
off the bat, you're not fond of Dyson,
sucks.
right? So
No. I am fond of it.
Okay, you're
We
fond
have
of
a
it,
Dyson
okay.
vacuum.
Oh yeah,
a
it sucks.
vacuum
Oh,
that
literally does sucks.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
I'm slow. I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay,
all right.
so Dyson. Dyson's bizarre new headphones have a built-in air purifier. Dyson is getting into headphones in the most Dyson way possible. The Zone, a pair of noise-canceling Bluetooth headphones with air purification technology built in it. Thanks to a bizarre-looking magnetic face visor, it's both the strangest and most ambitious product that the company has ever made. Today's announcement is just the initial reveal of the Zone headphones ahead of a fall release date, and Dyson isn't announcing specific details like price or specifications at this time. The goal of the Zone is to make living in urban spaces more comfortable by attempting to mitigate both air and noise pollution. The air purification half of the Zone doesn't reinvent the wheel of Dyson. Instead, it miniaturizes the company's existing air filtration technology into a unique form factor. The Zone pulls in air through each earpiece using a pair of tiny compressors. The air is then filtered and piped through the visor for the user to breathe in most of the particles and pollutants.
And you can still hear your music.
Yeah, right. Breathe fucking clean air, filtered air, while you're fucking blaring some Tupac.
What the fuck, man?
It's just random, like Dyson out of any, like I would think of like maybe Bose or Sony, I don't know, something that are pretty prominent in the headphone game, but Dyson, it's crazy that I actually have a pink, not pink, but purple background. Isn't Dyson's like color purple, or one of their colors?
Purple mattress is purple.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know what Dyson color is. I don't know.
But yeah, Dyson, man, they're fucking coming up. Fucking, they're getting head into the game of headphones with air purification systems. Yeah, and it's,
that sounds like a goddamn April Fool's joke.
I know,
That sounds
right?
like a joke.
It's
that
not,
does
though.
not.
it's not. It came out.
and
This
like-
article came out March
So
30th.
what about the filter? So like, what do you have to change your filter out? Do you have to get new filters and all that? Fuck. Goddamn. Why? God, you know, that's so stupid. That's so stupid.
So the picture of this again, I'm gonna plug up the link here on the description underneath our YouTube when this comes out on for the video. It's crazy. So it looks like a full blown headphone, and then obviously it's like a piece that comes around from the bottom piece of the headphone here, and it goes and it covers your mouth like this. So you almost look like fucking Darth Vader almost, you know what I'm saying? And it's supposed to fucking have it where you're breathing all that clean air. And I think for me, honestly, this is just like, again, this is my conspiratorial side. They're really gonna own, for people maybe that are still trying to be cautious out there with COVID and all that, since we're already curved COVID or whatever, 2 years later. They're probably using that as the money making opportunity for them to be like, hey, by the way, we're gonna create these air filtration systems now, and we're gonna make some sweet headphones to go with it as well. So they're gonna capitalize off that. That's just kind of my guess. But I thought it was really, really just odd that all of a sudden Dyson, who makes vacuums, right? I think they only make vacuums, strictly vacuums, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think they should stick to that.
So yeah, they're coming out and saying they're gonna make some headphones with a filtration system attached to them. So
Whack. Nah. I'm passing on that.
you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get your fucking
No, I ain't
Bluetooth
fucking with
headphones.
Nah. My air smells good as it is.
Right.
You know? Like,
The fresh evergreen smell of the trees and everything.
and they're
smoke
probably
and all that.
they're probably wanting to charge $500 for those piece of shit.
Yeah, they
know?
don't. I've tried to look for a price and I haven't come across it. So yeah, I really don't know. They said it's going to be available this fall. So I mean, we might have to follow up and see, look into more details about it, see how much it costs. I think it's gonna be like a fucking crazy ass number, dude. Though it's not gonna be cheap by any means. So yeah, if you're looking for a sweet pair of new headphones with the filtration system, there you go.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing too. Like, put those in China where like the smog is everywhere. Where the factories are just burning all those coal, and the coal's all going up in the air, and you have all this pollution. Kind of like LA in the 90s. Give those to those people and see if they really work. If they really work, then that will be the proof in the pudding. But to me, that's just a gimmick. That's a money grab.
That's what I think too.
You're looking for the stupidest people in society, because like, who's gonna put on a Bane-looking mask like, I'm here to listen to some music and purify the air? No.
It's not us.
Put him on Will Smith. Let Will Smith wear him. He'll be your spokesman. Jesus Christ.
Okay, hold on. We're at the technical difficulties. I yanked my frickin'. There we go. Okay, we're back in the mix. I yanked my fucking cord straight out of laughter. Sorry.
That'll happen.
All right. Let's move to another article, which I think is a huge win for a lot of our lovely folks who probably listen to this podcast and who also like to get high. And guess we're talking about the marijuana, aka the devil's lettuce. And of course, baby, we talked a little bit about this before off air. I sent my boy here the article, but here we go. House passes bill to decriminalize marijuana. The Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act passed 220 to 204 in a vote largely along party lines, and is only the latest in the series of efforts to decriminalize the substance after a version of the measure claimed the chamber in December 2020 by stalled in the then Republican-controlled Senate. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York has said that marijuana legislation is a top priority this spring, and the bill still faces tough odds in the upper chamber, where 10 Republican votes, along with all 50 Democrats, would be necessary to clear a filibuster. So one thing right off the bat, can you describe a filibuster for me? I'm like I said, I'm fucking slow when it comes to this shit. All these fucking terms they throw out there, I'm like, what the fuck? What's a filibuster? Explain that to me.
Filibuster is where like they will talk, like you'll get a politician who is in opposition to the bill, and they will talk for like 12, 24 hours. They'll talk for hours on end. Just to really delay the vote or get it to where it can't even pass.
That's a funny name, the filibuster. What the fucking
filibuster? Yeah, I learned that in 9th grade government.
So this bill. So is this okay? Where does it go from here? So now it has to go to the upper. I guess it's saying it has to go to the upper levels to where 10 Republicans and 50 Democrats to clear the filibuster. So meaning it still has to get voted on at that point. Mm-hmm. So we're not there yet in the clear, right?
So I, without reading the article, just by what you're saying, if they get enough, and really the Democrats own the majority. Yeah. If they can get, your two holdouts are going to be Sinema and Manchin. They seem to be the ones, the Democrats, that are, voting with Republicans more often than not. So, and if that's the case, then it won't get passed. But if it does get passed, then basically we're getting high, baby.
I told my boy here, that shit gets passed all the way, and you can no longer get, if you have to take a pee test, and even if they find marijuana in the system, they can't fire you because it's actually legal. They can't do nothing. I told my boy, we're definitely hotboxing right outside the company. And blurring Tupac,
I will, like, my next piss test, I will piss a blunt. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, dude. I know, man. I bet a lot of people would fucking celebrate at that point, man. That would be a huge win. And it would definitely be very good on the behalf of, obviously, the people that were probably, once upon a time, probably caught with, let's say, maybe not even an ounce. Not even that. Maybe like just a little bit of amount of marijuana with them, and they get fucking 10 to 20 or something like that. Something crazy. So it's crazy, dude. It's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, weed. It's funny the hatred and the disdain for weed that has existed in this country. I just don't understand it. Like, that was the only drug that I Oh no, I tried coke.
Oh, dude,
I
we
was
know
gonna
you're.
say the only drug I've willingly tried, because there was one time we smoked weed, but it was laced with PCP.
You did tell us that one
Yeah,
time. Yes,
yeah.
we covered it on
So
our past
that
first
was
episode.
an
Yep.
accident, right? Total accident, and I would never do PCP on my own, like like willingly. In coke, I would never do again either. Just for the record, it wasn't really like my thing. And really, I mean, in all honesty, weed isn't really my thing. Just only because I hate the fucking smell of it. It stinks so bad. And like my neighborhood, it's legal in Washington, and my fucking neighborhood reeks.
You're fucking toking it.
It's like so disgusting of a smell. However, that, like, no matter how bad it smells, it doesn't justify filling our prisons full of people that on fucking weed violations.
Charges,
That fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because when you've smoked weed, and I've smoked a lot of weed, it's like I've never, I mean, like, slow to drive, right? DUI laws should still exist.
Yeah.
But that's it. But like for a lot of people, it's a lot more affordable than goddamn Prozac, for people who are suffering from depression and anxiety and all that. Like, I'd much rather just like go with something of the ground and of the earth. But it's always about money. In America, you know what I learned is that and they do the same thing with weed. With weed you can grow your own, like for personal use. The government has allowed that. But if you want to distill your own whiskey, that's a goddamn federal crime. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Wow, really?
Yeah, I can't, like, because like you can buy all the equipment, and because that's what one thing I was looking at was like wanting to distill my own whiskey, and then I saw all these laws on it, and it said it was like a federal law. And I'm like, imagine that. Imagine that's my crime. I get 10 years for fucking making my own whiskey, just because Taxman didn't get his fucking check.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Isn't that crazy? But you can grow your weed.
You can grow, personal use weed, as I recommend people who suffer from anxiety and all other ailments, glaucoma. I mean, the fucking list goes on, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff that it does for you, man.
Y'all should be having your own fucking weed farm,
For sure.
weed garden, and it grows very well out here. Not speaking from experience, because I don't grow weed. I'm not a weed guy, but my neighbors are, and and a lot of people I associate with.
Right.
So fucking hey, I think it's great. I think it's great. It should be passed. I think it's something that it's like almost like a jab to big pharma. Fuck big pharma. For,
straight up.
all that shit.
I think that's why I would look at it in a win is
win for Mother Earth.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'd be definitely a good thing instead of a lot of people probably still have that misconception that weed is the devil, that weed is like a fucking close drug like cocaine, that weed is a gateway drug to other drugs. I mean, no, if you use it responsibly, just like alcohol, right? If you have a drink here and there, one or two, not getting super wasted, I mean, just be responsible with it. That's cool. I mean, I'm with that, but me personally, not really. It wasn't really my thing either. Didn't really like how it made me feel. It was just one of those things where if it was there, cool. But if it was, it's not one of those things where I needed it. Like, oh shit, I need to find myself, run me up a J or this and that. Never really my thing. But yeah, I mean, either way though, if it gets passed and it's actually legal where you can't get fired for it, and hey, that's cool, man. But, I mean,
that's the thing. Like, it's gonna be so funny. Like, everybody starts going to work and they just smell weed all around them.
Super
like,
fucking blazed out, fucking bloodshot red.
I knew you were a weed smoker. Your like favorite manager or your favorite exec. In the board meeting, all these board meetings, you can just smell fucking reef,
Dude,
just going
smelling
crazy.
The fucking the stickiest of the ickiest.
Yeah, yo, I got that sativa, baby.
Oh man,
no,
you really
sativa? No, indica.
Indica, yeah. Did you really want to fucking start making your whiskey? Seriously?
I was looking at, so like, okay, so I'm on this tip right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fucking sound like a conspiracy theorist. I don't give a fuck.
All right, that's right, man. Good
So
stuff, right
like
here.
I'm looking at the supply chains, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, like they're talking about these supply chains that are crippling and Russia and Ukraine both being the breadbasket of the world where the world gets 25% of their wheat from Ukraine and Russia. And so while they're like sort of having their things, and also in the Bible it says that you can't that it'll take like an ounce of gold or something to buy a loaf of bread. Like that's how expensive bread is going to be. So I've been like buying a lot of flour, a lot of yeast, and I've been making I've made my own bread. I'm making my own bread tomorrow. And
Okay.
it's dude, homemade bread is the shit. I'm telling you, it's so much better than the shit you buy in stores. And but the if you look at your prices in the stores, everything's rising. So when you can start like sort of making the time to do this stuff yourself, it's cool. Like especially if you had like a bunch of neighbors, like, hey, I'll make the bread if you make this, and we'll
Mm-hmm.
trade, we'll do all that stuff. I think that's one way you can fight, the government, the centralized bullshit going on. But so that's what I was thinking about. I was just thinking about the things like when times get hard, what are the things that people are gonna want and need the most, right? And so I was just thinking, well, fuck, whiskey is always in demand,
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, well, I have all my home brewing supply from my beer. Like, what else do I need for whiskey? And so I've been like sort of like doing some research on that. Um, not sure if I'm going through with it or not, but but I know I can get everything I need on Amazon.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
All I'm
interesting.
saying.
Hey, it might or might not, just happen to magically appear overnight, and fuck, man. I mean, you used to
All
make
I'm
some bomb
s-
coffee. I mean, the homie here, one thing I can say, I think we've talked about it here on the pod in the past. He used to make some pretty bomb ass fucking cold, what is it? What is
Cold
it?
brew.
Cold brew coffee, man. Amazing stuff. And that shit would get you
Science.
fucking
Dude,
good,
I'm telling you, like science, I am so amazed by science. Like, if you just, I don't know, I just love it. I love science. I wish I would have paid it more attention when I was a kid, and then I could have like done something with my life.
Yeah.
But it's like when you talk about making cold brew, making your own beers, making your own whiskey, making your own, like it's all science, and and it's just a matter of like, okay, you need these ingredients, you need to do it at this temperature, you need to do this. I mean, it's a fucking amazing. I love it. And it's like, if as long as you know what you're doing, you can make some really good shit. So
Yeah.
the only reason I don't make my own beer is because my wife doesn't like me drinking a lot of beer, and
Yeah.
so if I'm home brewing my own beer, of course my beer intake would increase, and you can't sell it. So,
Yeah.
so that's why I haven't gone through with making my own beer. But I've had friends that have done it, and that's why I got all the equipment myself. So yeah, I love it. I love it. I love the science of all this shit,
Nice.
and I
You're a
don't
man of
want
many
it.
trades, man.
Well, it's just I think it's like the ADD in me is I don't like sitting still. I've always got to be doing new things, and
I
like,
feel it.
and I'm always thinking about the end. Like I'm always thinking about end times. Like how am I going to survive this? And I've talked to so many people. They're like, if the end is here, I'm just gonna die. I'm just, and I'm like me. I'm like, no, I'm fucking gonna fight, man. I've got everything ready. I'm ready to fucking fight. I want to fucking go down in flames. Like someone has to physically kill me. I'm not gonna starve to death. I'm not gonna like go out. I mean, maybe a nuke, right? That would suck. But like,
That would
but my
suck.
plan is to fight to the bitter end. I am a born fighter. I want to fight to the end, and part of fighting is preparing, and I'm ready to fight. I'm preparing, and I'm ready to fight. So, fuck, if it's financial, if it's food, if it's guns, if it's ammo, if it's whiskey, I'm on all those fucking things.
There you go, baby. There
Well,
we go.
not
That's
the
the
whiskey,
spirit.
I should say.
Right. No, that's good. That's good. I mean,
Not
yo,
the whiskey.
be prepared. I think, and the moral of the story is be prepared in life, right? You always want to be prepared, never be caught with your fucking pants down, like they say. Is that how they say it? Never be caught. Don't be caught
That's
with
what my
your
mom
pants.
said.
I don't know where I got that from. I think that's a fucking say I heard a movie or something. But yeah, be prepared. That's kind of what we want to, give you advice to all you little people out there, and just be ready. But yeah, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. I feel like we reached fucking dead's end on this episode. We hit the fucking timer, and yeah, man. I mean, I've had a couple of other topics, but I mean, I think we should save them for the 100th episode. Fuck, man. Episode 99. Holy shit, we are
Yeah.
literally here. So episode
We did
100, episode 100, man. I don't know. We definitely want to do something special. And again, we talk behind the scenes on kind of what we want to do in regards to that, because I feel it is an important milestone that we hit 100 episodes, and it's really crazy to talk about it. Like, when we're not doing the podcast, and to think that we came to this point, that just staying consistent and really trying to put out content for people to enjoy, and just have something to listen to, when you're doing something, when you're out working out in your garden, working out in your garage, driving home from work, driving to work while you're at work. And it's, something good to listen to let the time, I guess, pass by, you can say, right? And again, I always want to end off with saying, thank you again for everybody that's listened. Thank you again.
Yes.
Thank you everybody again who's followed us on Instagram. Thank you to everybody that downloaded any of our episodes. We appreciate it very much. And, this will continue on. 100 episodes, and we're going to keep on going after that. What were you saying, man?
Yeah, no, and I mean, to build on what you're saying, we don't do this for like the attention or the fame or anything, right? We just do this because we were just like, hey, we have some really crazy conversations. How cool would it be to like let the world hear what we talk about, And so that's why we did that. But it is such a dopamine rush when when we get people who send us videos of them listening, and just showing appreciation for what we're doing. That's so cool that people find this podcast interesting, and that means the world to us. That it's just so cool that you love the shit that we love, because we made an agreement that we were not going to conform. We weren't going to, play these rules that the industry plays with, oh, you can't talk about this. Oh, you can't talk about. We are just who we are.
Yeah.
And nobody tells us what to say, what not to say. We just do what the fuck we want. And to hear people like appreciating that is fucking awesome. So thank you for those people that have made the videos, that have sent us the comments, sent us the emails. That's just amazing.
It is
amazing. We're completely humbled.
Definitely appreciative, of course, by any means. But we're gonna close this one out, and of course, like I always tell you, go follow us on Tip Tips Podcast. That's where on Instagram, where we just put up clips, announcements for just new episodes that are going to come up, and just memes. We like to put up memes and just kind of get a conversation going with maybe topics of the day, or just stuff that we might talk about here on the podcast, or just to engage with us. Send us a DM, in regards to whatever we talk about, or we're definitely looking to collaborate too as well with other podcasts too. It's just a matter of scheduling, and I know it's something we definitely need to get better at on our end, to schedule this stuff for happening, so we can actually collaborate with other podcasts out there that are kind of with the same vicinity like we are, So follow us on there on Instagram, and also catch our episodes wherever you stream your podcasts, like Spotify, TuneIn FM Radio, Apple Podcasts, and our videos on YouTube. Go check that out as well. But till then, everybody have an awesome Friday. Have an awesome weekend. We'll catch you in the next one. We love you. Take care. Be safe out there. And as always, peace, baby.
Peace.